Hi, I'm Cal Kitchens, defensive lineman for Leipzig Kings, number 45.
Jason Agumon, a 39-yard touchdown run. Weinreich under duress, and he goes down. Kyle Kitchens got to him. A strip sack, ball's loose, and Kitchens picks it up. Kitchens on the strip sack needs a block. He needs a second one, can't get to it, but he's down the 19-yard line.
Welcome to that American Football Show powered by EP Sports. EP Sports is the top supplier in the UK for all of your American football needs, helping players and coaches reach their potential since 2007. Check them out at epsports.co.uk. Today, we have another guest from the European League of Football joining us for our ELF Ballers series. He's the Catawba College sack record holder. He's played in the German Football League and the fan-controlled Football League before finding himself leading the defense for the Leipzig Kings. He led the ELF in sacks this season. We're very happy to welcome defensive end / linebacker Kyle Kitchens. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks for taking the time, and how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for inviting me to the show. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here, and just thank you.
No worries. And we were just mentioning it there off recording, but it was a tough loss for you. The Kings' second half of the season, it was amazing, and I will mention it myself. I mean, I almost pretty much became a Leipzig Kings fan just watching you guys almost just come from the bottom up and just make that march, and we were all behind you. But yeah, that game, it was a tough one to take, especially after you had all that momentum. It felt like it was going to be yours, so it must have been quite a bit of a hard one to take.
It's an old saying. Sometimes good things come to an end earlier than expected. We didn't expect ourselves to lose that game. We went in. Both teams played good. Our quarterback played good per song. Also, our defense played good. It was a good defensive battle from both sides of the ball. Both teams, they just came in, executed their plays better, and they finished. Respect to them, and we just didn't finish, But we'll learn from this. We'll be better. We'll take this off season just as like something motivation for us to get ready for next year for sure.
I think if you look at all the injuries you had, and we were saying earlier, the early part of the season, I think you would have been delighted if we said you had one game to get to the playoffs. That's such an improvement to where you were, given the tough situation you had there.
Yes, sir. We had so many injuries, especially in the first half of the season. Before our first bye, we had like our quarterback was down. One of our best cornerbacks was down. Our wide receivers was kind of the core of the wide receivers, and then like a couple of linemen was down. So we had a lot of stuff going on, but we still couldn't make no excuses of how to still prepare for each game and prepare for each week to win the game. So, it's always the next man up for sure when it comes to when a player goes down. And so we just had to just bring in the next man up, and just hopefully he can get the same attitude and passion as the first guy in the lineup. So it's all good.
So tell us how you got started in American football and where have you played so far?
So I got started when I was 5 years old, 6 years old, and I asked my mom, could I play this sport? And so she threw me out there, and basically I just loved it ever since. She was like, we talked about this like last week, so she always brings up this story for some reason. And we were talking about how when I turned 5, 6 years old, how I was always begging her to just let me go play football, because at the requirement, I think you had to be like, I think I was 4 years old, and I was trying to ask her to let me go play football when I could barely even walk. And in Georgia, you start with helmets and pads at like a young age. So it was very interesting to see my little small body in a big old helmet also big shoulder pads, and the pants was a little long too at the time, so that was pretty funny to see. So, started there, and then just grew. Stayed in Partly for a couple of days. Well, a few years. Stayed in Partly for a few years. Then I went to high school football, for Decatur High School, and stayed there for 4 years. Started on varsity in my tenth grade year in high school, and ever since then, just stayed in football. Then I went to college at Catawba College, 2014, and I came in, started as a true freshman. Um, when I was talking about the next man up, our junior who was in front of me, the junior who was in front of me got injured, so it was the next man up. So as a freshman behind him, you just started learning that the game was going to be a little faster than high school, and for sure that everything played out well. Came into college, started as a true freshman, and I didn't really have an outbreak year until my sophomore year in college, and that's when I became my first time All-American. And then I just kept repeating myself, and I always set goals to like being a sack leader every year, because every year one of my D tackles always wanted to challenge me into who get the most sacks by the end of the year, but they never succeeded. They only succeeded 1 year, and that was my freshman year. Um, had a successful career in college. Then after college, I took since I was not getting picked up for no training camp, so it was basically like I took a year off of football. So during this 2018 year, I did other things, like I went to go get a normal job at Walmart. That was pretty good. And I did NASCAR. That was pretty fun. Uh, so yeah, so I did Walmart and NASCAR, and then it was just like something that I still had the passion in football in me, so I still wanted to pursue my like dream into being a best football player in the league I play in. So my first team reached out to me, Potsdam Royals, and later on in 2018, coming up on 2019. First thing is you're gonna always be skeptical about things, because this is my first time ever coming out of Europe. First time coming out of the States, especially coming to Europe. So it's my first time ever going anywhere outside of the East Coast, anything in the States, okay?
Right.
And it's a very different world when you think of Europe. Like you got Europe, you got football in Europe, so it's very interesting to see how this plays out. So did my research, started talking to the coach at the Potsdam Royals, and then I signed the contract. So I signed my contract, and later on 2018, gave it an opportunity coming up in January 2019, and then I went to then they wanted us out here about around the end of March, early April. So I took my chances, got on the plane. And I guess I never turned back, and so I got on the plane, never turned back. Played my first year in 2019 for the Potsdam Royals, and then the following year, since it was COVID season, I was signed to Hillside Invaders, and since that was COVID year, now I'm in Leipzig Kings for the 2021 in the F League, which is a fantastic league. But before I came to Leipzig, I was in fan control football. That was a good league too. My commissioner had the league hype and everything. It was a good league. It was fun playing with them guys. Learned about them. They became my brothers. Long time friendships and everything. And we played together. We did everything together and everything. And it was always good, always fun to compete in your home state. because they had it in Atlanta, Georgia. So it was always fun to compete there. And then we went to, and then everybody knew I would come back overseas. So I came to Leipzig King in, I want to say, the end of April, early May, because I was finishing up fan control football because I didn't know how the COVID protocols was playing a role. Mm-hmm. And so every league was different, but it's been a good year so far.
So that's one hell of a journey. And I mean, obviously, you know, we know you're a great football player, but you seem like you're a really great guy as well. I mean, you've done some work with the Special Olympics, and you've also done an apprenticeship with the lacrosse team. Could you tell us a little bit more about that? It's just very interesting to see a sort of life outside of the game.
My apprenticeship with the lacrosse team?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was fun. So in high school, I played lacrosse. One of my favorite coaches, still keep in touch with him today, was my junior year. We were ranked in the nation for my high school. So I played lacrosse, love the game, have passion for it. But my junior year and senior year, football was offering me the most money. That's just fair enough because number one sport almost in America, they offer you scholarships. So you take it. So I went to a school where they played lacrosse, Catawba lacrosse. They played lacrosse. And my apprenticeship was to make sure, because I got a Bachelor of Science degree in sports management. So we had to do an apprenticeship. So I did something that I pretty much knew almost to make it more comfortable and more easy for me to do something that I already know about. We had offers from doing NASCAR. We had offers from doing the Duke game. We had all different types of offers that my advisor gave us. And did the apprenticeship, enjoyed it. I still knew the game at the end of the day, so it didn't really matter. Talked to the coach. Apparently the coach was I guess he had his eye on me because we did camps all over the place. We did showcases where people with different teams come and play. As a high school player, we did travel ball and everything. So, and he had his eye on me because one time I scored the game-winning shot for my team in a showcase. So it's crazy how life done kind of matched up to me being with him and me learning from him. Great coach. Enjoy it. Every time I go back to Catawba, I make sure I try to go see him at least one time while I'm there. And great coach. And so I played football all the way. And then I decided that my senior year, I wanted to just go out there and just say I played lacrosse and for my school. So I went out there. I was brought in by some great guys, and they all loved me. And I scored one goal. I was happy. And so enjoyed that. Man, it was just fun, you know. That's another brotherhood that I built with people, especially on the lacrosse field. I still keep in touch with my guys to this day from high school and college. And sometimes they do have little games here and there. And it was sometimes we all get together and go play sometimes. Well, they go play. I stay home because I can't take no more beating after a football season.
So looking at the different leagues that you've played in, how do you think the quality of football in the EFL this season compares to college and indeed the fan controlled football league?
I think the quality is good. You know, the production is amazing. It's for first year, the production, you know, you look at the NFL, you look at when they started their first year, it was not like this. You know, they started in 1960. It was not like this. Yeah. So to go ahead and just give everything into one thing, production-wise, good quality, and your product is good. Everybody got pretty much even teams, you know. Everything was good. Um, you're still not gonna like have the ultimate best because like in college football and the NFL, that's like our home turf, like our home base of sports. Like that's what we do. Like that's is what we do. Fan control is still gonna be different because it was more of a arena style football.
Yeah.
But with our commissioner being who he is, he still put a great product out on the field and bringing in people like Johnny Manziel, Josh Gordon, owners like Marshawn Lynch, Quavo, Destroying, like bringing in them and still having him as the face. Like Ray Austin is a great commissioner. During the COVID season, in the COVID protocols, pandemic, during COVID, it's still COVID now, but during COVID, the COVID pandemic, he did a tremendous job with just what he put out on Twitch, what he put out on live streams, you know. I think a lot of people could like follow that blueprint. Just as a startup football league, you could follow that blueprint of the Twitch, of the Twitch and live stream, just a startup, you know. And based off this talent wise, it always just come down to like the knowledge of the game, you know. So the college level and NFL level is going to be different from the F League because most college players know the game, and most Europeans are just now starting to figure out the game and figure out their lifestyle with the game. I know some people don't start playing until they're 18 years old here, and now in the States, we start playing until we are like the earliest as an average, probably 8 to 10 years old, you know. And then we go through a whole with the better coaches, the better atmosphere, the treatment, everything is all in the States because that's what we put our money in, you know. But if you compare it to like soccer out here, then it's an even trade. But football, you know, the quality in the F League is great, but as talent-wise, college and NFL is always going to be up on the players in the F League. Now, do I believe that it is going to be some European players playing in NFL? Yes, for sure. And you get this exposure now. Yes, so give it a couple years, you can see more people starting to transfer from the European Football League to the NFL or the CFL for sure. And then giving back to the league, you know. This is just one of them leagues that can just build. It can be a top five. It could be at least a top five league in the world just to come and play. And then you'll probably have more big time players coming out here and playing football just to get their name back, just to get their name, and then they'll go back to the States, and that just can help you get more exposure. So it's interesting to find out what happens in the next few years after you just had a big successful year, especially with our commissioner in the F League, Patrick, doing a tremendous job with the product that he's putting out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I mean, your season, we mentioned it at the beginning of the top of the program that you were the sack leader in the regular season. So obviously, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, did your season match your expectations that you set out for yourself?
No, and yes, at the same time, my expectations for myself is always going to be different from my team expectations. So always been one of my expectations just always been respected on the field and always respect the game. So I did that tremendously. I think I did that, and always trying to find a way to give back to the game in any way I can, you know. If that's doing shows, if that signing autographs, if that giving away a pair of gloves to people, always do that. So my expectations for myself is always just be the best I can and always give back as much as I can. My team expectation is always going to be win a championship, no matter what, you know. it's good to have individual goals, but it's better when you have team goals and team see individual goals. They can be broken. Anybody can be a sack leader, but a championship that lasts forever. The memory always lasts forever, no matter what. No.
What moment in your sporting life have you been most proud of so far?
I guess what I've been proud of, I want to say probably the first day of football. That's when everybody come together and you figure out who's who. I always just been happy because everybody coming together and just it's always just building a brotherhood at the end of the day. I guess that's the most proudest thing. Building the family, the football family, or my lacrosse family, or my basketball family. Just building a family that's hard to be broken in this sports world. So yeah.
It must have been quite hard as well to leave your family back in Georgia and do a completely new adventure, moving to Europe.
Yes, it's hard, but they get to watch all the games on the live stream and everything, and that's pretty much fine. So it all works out perfectly fine. It all works out good that they can still watch me. And next year, I plan on trying to get my mom out here to come and watch a game, and probably my cousin. So yeah,
Nice.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, it'd be nice when you could finally get family over. Hopefully, yeah, that's next year. That'd be lovely to see. And go back to your playing. I mean, when it comes to role models and favourite players, who are you always keeping your eye on in the NFL, any league, whoever?
My role models. My role models, of course, is gonna be my coaches. Coach Kenyon, Coach Zay, Jose, Maya, and Coach Phelps. They're my role models because they always kept in touch with me during high school football, and we still train with them today. The players I keep an eye on, for sure, Von Miller. I like how he plays. I try to do some of his pass rushing moves.
Nice.
I like Cameron Jordan. I like how he plays. It's mostly gonna be like defensive players.
Yeah, no, that's a shit.
Of course, I like watching Tom Brady. He's a good role model. He's a great guy. You know, very great. Because of his backstory with it. I like a lot of underdogs. You know. Let me see. Can't think of one right now, but I like watching Aaron Donald play too.
Yeah.
So do you actually have a favorite NFL team, or is it just the players that you watch?
I really don't have a favorite NFL team. I just like watching players because my NFL team, of course, would be Atlanta Falcons because I'm from Atlanta. Yeah. But it kind of be disappointing me sometimes, you know. So. But one day, I'm gonna see them win a Super Bowl, or I will probably be part of that Super Bowl one day. Yeah, enjoy watching Atlanta Falcons play, especially during the Atlanta Falcons season, because a lot of people have tailgates. So I get to go see. That's something that my family does, and it's a huge thing when it's Tampa Bay versus Falcons. We go to my auntie house, and we all, because my uncle is from Florida, and so he's a big Tampa Bay fan. And since they just won the championship, you can barely even walk over there. So it's always nice to go over there, watch the game with them, and then I got my godmom. She's a Saints fan, so it's always nice to go to her house and watch the Saints Saints versus Falcons game, and that's a big rec show too. So it's all good. So I would say Atlanta Falcons for sure.
So yeah, you got a lot of dates then watching games when you get home. I mean, what are your plans then? Now the season, the Kings season is over. Are you heading back home soon? Are you hanging around?
I get ready for the All-Star game. Train a little bit. Start training, start doing just training, get my body right for the All-Star game. And then after the All-Star game, I head home and I get ready I take like a couple weeks off, see family, and then just start slowly getting back into the gym. It's just not no hurry to get back in the gym, make sure my body is recovered, go to treatment, massage therapist, ice baths, just taking care of my body. And then probably at the end of November, the early December, I start back training and just getting ready for seasons coming up or a season coming up for next year.
Perfect. No, it sounds like you'll be having a nice time. That is all the serious questions all done. We do have a few fun ones just at the end, very quick fire. We do this with everyone we have on, so it's always quite cool to see people's answers. So effectively, you've got to put yourself in a situation. Say you're on a desert island and you're going to be there for a whole year. I'm going to ask you 5 mini questions now, and you've got to bring one of each of these things. So you're on your desert island. What is the one meal that you can have? And it's the only thing you can eat all year round. One meal.
Oh, crab legs, for sure.
Crab legs?
Crab legs, seafood.
No, that's
on an island.
Yeah.
Yum.
I mean, it's the fanciest one we I think we've had yet as well. But I like it.
Crab legs, maybe some lobsters, maybe some shrimp. But you said one thing, so crab legs for sure.
Yeah, no, great shout. One music album.
That's pretty hard. I can't listen to just one music album. I'll go with 21 Savage. I just said artist. 21 Savage, maybe 34 Kill.
Yeah. I was thinking, is it going to be an Atlanta artist? Yeah, of course it is. One celebrity. They're either from now or from the past.
One celebrity to take on the island.
Yeah, just hang out with whatever.
On the desert.
Yeah.
Megan Fox.
It's good, cool.
That's a very good cool.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You're being honest. Everyone else is going, I'll take Tom Brady with me. Nah. I want someone interesting.
And you get to watch one sports team. So you've got a television and the television is just stuck watching this one sports team.
Oh, always the teams I play for. Gotcha. My teams I play for sure. I don't need nobody else, but the teams I play for. So
good answer.
Leipzig Kings, Catawba College, and Decatur Bulldogs. That's it.
Nice. Perfect. And say you already get water. Water, you've got endless supply of one drink.
Okay, one drink.
Mm-hmm.
One drink. I get water. Well, I guess some wine.
Some wine.
Yeah.
Red, white.
It doesn't matter. Probably white. And go to sleep. If I'm gonna be on the island.
So you've got wine, you've got crab, you've got Megan Fox. You're not coming back after a year, dude. You're staying on that island.
I got endless water, so it's all good.
Oh, Kyle, it's been great. It's been really good fun. Obviously, commiserations again for the end of the season. But you guys wowed us in that second half of the season. It was fantastic, and you were great to watch. And as you said, you won the hearts of a lot of fans watching. And thank you for playing this year. It was good to watch you. Is there anyone you want to shout out before we wrap up?
Nah, just my God, my family, and friends.
That's all you need. That's perfect. So we will put your socials in the description below. If you want to check ours, it's Twitter and Instagram is at TAFS_UK, and our Facebook is That American Football Show. Thanks for listening, everyone. That's all for today. Make sure to go over and check out our friends at EP Sports for any of your NFL and equipment needs, and we will see you next time.
All right, thank you.
Cheers, Carl. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Carl.
That was
Thanks very
brilliant.
much, mate.
Yeah.